Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like and comment.
Hello guys, welcome to our channel once again. And today we're gonna be talking about Married to Medicine. I know we've not covered Married to Medicine, and now we're in the episode 3. I have been talking about it individually, but today we decided to do a panel and have a chat about Married to Medicine. Before we go ahead and talk about the episode, how would you rate episode 3?
I say episode 3 was I say about a good 6. Yeah,
Yeah.
about a good 6. What do
At
you
least
rate?
it gave me more fun than I got from the Real Housewives episode that dropped earlier before it.
Yeah, most
So
definitely.
I'm good with it. But anyways, me, I have been talking about the episode quite since the episode 1 dropped, like giving like talking little by little of things that I watch in the episode, and I talk about it.
Right.
This is the first time the both of us will be talking about my to mindset. Now, we've watched the Quad Simone stuff. Then last week, Quad's birthday, where she announced her boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, a lot of people were like, "Oh." People like AKA Simone being like, "Oh, how did she have a boyfriend for 1 year and she didn't let us know?" You know, all those things. I'm like, the this group of women, I love them because they are black women, but they be saying some things and you just be like, are you for real? Are you for real, for real? Yeah, they be saying things. I'm like, are you for real, for real? Like, make it make sense what you're saying. It doesn't. Let's go ahead
Yeah.
and talk about this episode. We saw this episode, Quad's boyfriend. Wow, the guy is rich. Jeez.
Yeah,
Happy for her.
I'm very happy for her.
I'm happy, and I'm gonna say it. Gonna say it so loud. This is a step up from Dr. G.
Yeah, because he treats her so sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, Dr.
And
G
I'm
always
pretty
looked.
sure he's more wealthy than Dr. G.
Yeah, Dr. G seemed like he was always irritated with Quad. Like something she was doing, it was just an irritation on his face. You know, I mean, if you look at the past episodes, which they showed a few of her and Dr. G, he was just irritated. She was always in the kitchen cooking or, trying to make him feel good about something. He just looked irritated. So I'm glad
So
she found King because he seems like he's more, even though he's younger, it seems like
yeah,
he can keep more
that
up with
that
her.
doesn't matter for me. My books,
Well,
that
no,
doesn't matter.
no.
If
But
a,
I'm
if a
saying as
younger
far
guy
as
can,
matching energy, he looks like he can match her energy.
yeah, they've been traveling a lot.
Oh,
They've been, yeah,
well, I
they've
heard him
been
say they went to
tra-
Paris twice or 3 times within the year. Like,
yeah,
wow.
they've been they've been traveling a lot because Dr. Heavenly came live before the episode, or while the episode was airing. I've forgotten the time she was
Uh,
live, but I watched her. And she was like, right now, they just came back from somewhere. Now they are already in Jamaica.
oh, wow.
Now, as of right now, as at yesterday when the episode was airing, they were in Jamaica, and I'm like, man, this guy is really taking care of Quad, giving her the best time of her life. I think he's kind of, healing her from whatever thing she went through with Dr. G.
Yeah, I remember last episodes. Well, not the last episodes, but um, when they came back the last time, Quad was dating a doctor, but we only seen pictures. So I guess
Mm,
that relationship ended. Do you remember that when they invited her on the trip and told her she had to leave? It was at that
Yes, the
time.
last season,
Yeah,
Napa.
yes, exactly. So I'm glad she found somebody that's willing to sit up right next to her and love on her in front of us, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm so glad for that. But the only thing I found in this episode, kind of what the heck is going on, and I'm confused, was
Mhm.
when we had Sweetie, Contessa, and
Phaedra.
Phaedra sitting down together, having a conversation, and they kind of hinted, they talked about Heavenly and everything. But first, before we go ahead and talk about, what do you feel about the fact that all of a sudden Sweetie is friends with Contessa?
Um, I think they got something in common, heavenly.
Mm, yeah.
You know. So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I feel like the friendship is more of a, my enemy, the enemy to my enemy is my friend.
right. And I don't know how close Contessa's husband is to Dr. Greg. I don't know how close their relationship is, you know. But I mean, look, they're all young, black thriving couples. I'm pretty sure because they're in Atlanta. Atlanta's not that big, you know.
Yeah,
So yeah, everybody knows everybody. It's kind of like a
each other.
Huntsville. Yeah, everybody knows everybody. You know, like
Mm,
out here where I am, it's kind of small, but it's just so many people. There's so many different social circles. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
People don't know me, but they've heard of me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So yeah, and especially if you've been somewhere for years, decades, you're
mm-hmm.
liable to be known for something.
Yeah. But for me, I don't really think that they are that close off of the camera.
Mm.
In short, I don't even think that Sweetie is that close to any of those did I say housewives? Any of those ladies in my to messing off when the camera is off.
Mm.
I
It
don't
could,
really, it's not giving, we're that close.
well, it could very well be. I mean, look how they act when she first got on the show. I mean, some of them, well, Toya has always acted the same towards her, you know, Latoya. Um, but everybody else seemed to like her one minute and don't like her another minute, or feel like she's after Dr. G's money. And she had a very good career of her own, you know
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like Dr. G's any type of sugar daddy, because he's a little sour. you know I mean, he was
Um,
complaining about how much she spent on the wedding, you know what I'm saying? So he's a little sour.
Sorry, someone was calling me. I was trying to answer the call.
Okay.
um, Now let's go to the sweet tea when they talked about Quad. Contessa kind of mentioned, "Oh, you did not come to Sweet Tea's birthday party. We got to find out that it was her boyfriend that organized the whole thing." Blah blah
Mhm.
blah. And they were now talking about how young he is, how fine he is. Like
Mhm.
I feel like we're trying to make her know that she went for a better option than Dr. G. That was what I felt. They were
Mhm.
trying to let her know that, yeah, she is that of Dr. G's kind of person, and she went for somebody younger, handsome, wealthier than Dr. G, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was like, she then went to a confessional and was like, I'm so happy that Claude has had a boyfriend. I'm like, babe, she's giving you jealous. Why would you be jealous when you're in your husband's house that his ex-wife is now has a new lover? Like, what's your problem? Why that clap was giving like I do understand why she made that facial expression and clap that kind of clap. It was giving something. It's not when you are not doing something from your heart. You're just trying to be
Right.
sarcastic. That was what
Right.
it was giving. And 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 when she then said, oh, I know he's younger, and I hope he has money because that's the only thing she cares about. I said, babes, if I remember last season, you were asked the question, why did you think or want to date someone like Dr. G? And you said, oh, because I wanted to also have a
Access to the
uh,
bag.
access to the bank. So now you said that thing. You came
Right.
outside and criticized the viewers when they were kind of coming at you for saying that you wanted to have access to the bank of Dr. G. And people were like, oh, you are a gold digger and you are after Dr. G's money. And you were like, no, it was just for jokes, or just for laugh. Now you come to a new season and accuse somebody of us the same thing when you didn't find it funny when people accused you of the same thing. What is it giving? It's giving jealousy. What's your business if she's marrying somebody that has money? Sorry, not marrying. If she's dating someone that has money, are you expecting her to date below her standards?
Mm.
What was that sweetie? Like she expected her to leave someone like Dr. G and all the horrible things she went through with Dr. G, then go ahead and date somebody worse than Dr. G. Like what was like? Did she label Quad as a dumb person? Because her saying that, being like, oh, I know that's what she's more in, that the money is what she's more concerned about. If the money is what she's more concerned about, leave her. That's her life. That's her life. If she's more concerned about money when she's entering into a relationship, that's her life. She can do whatever she wants to do. I didn't understand that, and it just made me know that I now understand why Quad. Sometimes we see something we don't understand why Quad doesn't want to get any kind of relationship with Sweetie. This is because of the reason. This reason, and I heard, according to the gossip on the streets, allegedly that the party, she wasn't invited to the party, right?
Right.
That allegedly she wanted to come to the party like without invitation.
Oh, like
Then
Quad did her, huh?
yes, like what I did. It was this lady that talked that out of it. Allegedly, that was what was said on the street. What's her name? Phaedra was the one that talked that out of it and was like, babes, have some self-respect for yourself.
Right. Yeah. I
So
just go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I just kind of think with Sweet Tea. Well, yeah, of course she has a little bit of jealousy. You're in. I mean, look, I don't know if Dr. G had the toilets changed over from when Quad last lived there. Did he remodel anything? Is that the same bathtub? You know what I'm saying? So is everything the same? You know what I'm saying? So I would have a problem with that. I would have a problem with, okay, she's single, and it seems like when she walks in the room, you kind of give her like, oh, there's Quad, even though you act like you don't want to be around her, So yeah, of course, I would probably be a little bit jealous. Like, well, what is going on? Does he really still want her? Or is she showing up just to see if she still got it with him? You know what I'm saying? So I would probably have a problem with that, but as far as the low digs on Quad's character, I just think that's some bull. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, everybody was questioning her about the same thing, a season ago, you know? So I don't know. I'm just trying to look at it both ways, and take it how I would feel towards it, But yeah, that all the name calling and saying she's more like a gold digger. instead of somebody who really wants a relationship. That's wrong. Because it was presented to you that that's what you were doing. So it's wrong to outcast that on somebody else. Are you
Oh,
there?
sorry.
Okay.
I'm still there. I was trying to talk back to the person because the way the person was calling me I felt like maybe there was maybe there was trouble.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to confirm that all was all right. Yeah, like exactly what you said. And but I want to ask, were you disappointed in her reaction?
Yeah, I was. I expected a little bit more out of Sweet Tea. You know what I'm saying? But by her being the youngest of the group, it's kind of expected. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it's expected, I understand it's expected. Like, but is it for me? It's kind of different. Like, you were married. It's not like maybe you guys dated the same guy, then maybe the guy later left the both of you, then now she has moved on to greater things and you are still stuck. But you are married to the guy. He's not doing bad. He's wealthy in his own way, right?
Right.
Yeah, he might not be as wealthy as the boyfriend of Quad. So
Right.
for me, I didn't understand. I did not. For me, I kept on watching it. I was like, I don't understand why she's reacting like this because for the life of me, you are in your husband's house. You claim that you are happy. For somebody that claims how happy she is in the marriage, why are you upset from the news that Quad has a younger boyfriend and is probably wealthier than your husband? Why?
Well,
Why should you said?
no, no, I'm just thinking out loud to myself. Go ahead.
Yeah. Why should you even be jealous? It should not even be in question. Like the scenario did not make sense to me. This scenario wasn't making sense to me. Like I was even shocked. I was literally very shocked when she did or acted that way. I was like, really? I was like, really from Sweetie, the way she always claims, she always does like, oh, everybody against me, the world against me, everybody's always coming for me because I'm the youngest. They thought they can ride me. Was she thinking that Quad was going to remain perpetually single or mourning the divorce of her and Dr. G?
Maybe that's what she
While
thought.
she was busy smiling and happy last season when Quad had to watch her and her ex-husband walk down the aisle, do the lovey-dovey, cheese around, she was
Hmm.
happy.
Right.
But now that Quad got to do that bad because I'm pretty sure now that the guy is also in confessionals with her, of course he's going to start joining the guys. Very soon, we'll be seeing him join the men in going out, hanging out, meeting.
Right.
Him- oh my God. I was really disappointed in Sweetie. And for the fact that I liked her, and I was also among people that was saying, give her grace. Give her grace. Then coming now and seeing her behave this way, I was really, really disappointed. I was disappointed that she was a little bit, even if it's not, it was for a second she was jealous. It did not make sense to me at all. It didn't. But for me, I can't wait for them to have an interaction where like the men and the guys, the men and the women will be together and everybody will see each other. I can't wait for that kind of situation or kind of gathering to happen.
No, that's
I really
definitely
can't
going to
wait.
be interesting.
Yeah. Now let's go to Dr. Simone and her husband going to the kid's house. Disappointed. I don't know who to be disappointed more in, the kids, the parents, because I know for the life of me that if my parents, if my mom was still alive, she came to my house and my house was that messed up. I don't care how much my mom thinks I'm going to pay her. She's never going to clean that house for me. Except maybe I'm sick,
Right.
disabled, except those things. I'm sick or disabled. Yes. Then she can do it for me. But I have my two legs working, my two hands working, my two eyes working. Huh. What is oh, I will clean, will write a bill for them. No. The more you do that, I think there's this thing we used to say, when you give somebody allow, they take allowance. The more you do that, they think, okay, at the end of the day, maybe if you give them 3 months, they come to the house, they see how dirty it is, they will help us to clean it up, and maybe they will ask us to pay them. But that's just my opinion. What did you, you as a parent, me, I'm talking as someone that's single and I have my own, I have parents, I had my own parent, and I'm thinking from that perspective of my own mom, how she react to me. You as a parent, how would you feel? How did you feel about that scene about the kids being that dirty and them expecting the parents? And even when they were told that okay, this so day we're gonna come and do a cleanup and everybody was going to do the cleanup, they decided to, oh, we're not going to be there when the cleanup is going to be happening. Then the parent decided to clean up and decided to say, okay, you're going to pay for it. How did you feel about that whole situation with the kids?
Um, Geez, the first thing I seen was all the mess and congestion up in there, and then in the kitchen, I seen bottles of alcohol. I'm like, well, these boys are drinking. They having parties over here. Like, what's going on? Dirty dishes. I mean, just stuff out of order. Girl, I would have not, no way possible, been there cleaning my kid's house. You know, I mean, look, I go visit one of my sons at his place, and some things aren't as tidy as they should be, but it's not my house. I'm just visiting. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm not gonna go over there and picking up brooms and mops and you know, no, you
Yeah.
know, even with my girls, you know, I, look, sometimes you have to learn how to give your kids chores. I think my kids were like maybe 11 or 12 when I taught them how to separate clothes into colors and said, okay, come on, bring this to the washer. This is how much soap you put in. This is the buttons you push. Once that turns off, you put it in here. You push this, but I taught them how to wash clothes. I taught them how to clean the bathroom, sweep, mop, because these are things that they're going to need to do as an adult. I wasn't going to keep doing everything. You know, I wanted to give them some responsibilities. If I'm preparing the meals and I'm chauffeuring you around, I'm acting like the attorney, the doctor, the psychiatrist, the sports coach, the dancing coach. I'm all of this to you guys. The least you can do to show your appreciation is clean up behind yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to wash your clothes. Everybody gets a week in the kitchen. You get a whole week. you know, and then somebody gets a week in the bathroom. The other one gets a week in the bathroom. The other one gets a week in the living room. The other one gets a week in the family room. And everybody is responsible for their own bedrooms. Oh, and somebody has to take out the trash every day. Too many people in the house every day. So yeah, you learn. Some people, they teach their children at an early age how to maintain a home the proper way, but then sometimes you can't help who your children marry. You see what I'm saying? Because you
Mm-hmm.
didn't raise who they married, you raised your kid. you know so yeah, I wouldn't have never did it. I would have left. Once I seen they weren't there, I probably would have sent out a little group text. Nobody respond in 10 minutes, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm out. And I would get on my computer and email them both, and let them know, look, every 30 days I'm running through there. Every 30 days I come in there and I see it in that disorder again. Guess what? Guess who's paying bills around here that following month? The two of you. Oh, they would have started cleaning, or they would have been paying. Because I'm not going to do both. I mean, Simone, when they showed Simone's house, how them boys was over there living. Like, what the heck? And she said, oh, you're too old for your dad to be doing your wash. And he looked like he's about 17. Like, yeah, you're not 7.
Hmm.
So, I kind of blame it on the parents, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's just my take on it.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. Especially that part he said, "Oh, your dad cannot be washing your clothes." I looked at them. I was like, "Wow, wow." Oh my God! At that age, I was watching my own parents' clothes.
Yeah, and then you wonder, like, are they giving them allowance? Allowance for what? You know what I'm saying? A weekly allowance. What are
Mm-hmm.
you doing?
For doing
What?
nothing.
Yeah. What the heck? You know? So
So,
I don't know.
uh,
People raise their children differently.
yeah.
My
At the end
children,
of the day.
my children were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Everything that they got, you know, they had to work for it.
Right. Apart from kids on, they also talked about the relationship between Dr. Simone and Quad. And what do you feel about that situation? We know in last week she was like saying that she did not understand why Quad didn't tell them. And I laughed. And I loved what her husband did tell her in today's episode. Yes, yesterday's episode. He was like, considering how this group has been, considering how talkative this group has been, I myself might not want to tell you guys about my boyfriend.
True.
And that you get, and who knows, like, me, sometimes people don't like telling people their boyfriend until they are sure that, okay, this relationship is here to stay. It's
Right.
not a hit and run kind of relationship where people will now be like, oh, she just introduced us to her boyfriend today, and tomorrow we are hearing they've broken up, they're no longer together. You will be regretting why you introduced him in the first place, right? So,
Mhm.
the and what I also thought about was, if I can remember, they are still not in talking terms because of the thing, that rubbish you pulled in the reunion, right? And you
Mhm.
expect after that rubbish put in reunion, you haven't apologized for it. Then the next thing on my head is, oh, I have a boyfriend now, and oh, I want to go tell Simone that I have a boyfriend. Like, really? That was one of the things I kept on saying. Is Simone for? Sometimes she always talks like a very, when she's talking, she sounds like a very intelligent person. Then when you see what comes out from her mouth, you just be like, wow, wow, for real, for real. For somebody that is very intelligent, you have not been in talking terms with somebody, right? You
Mhm.
guys literally, the ladies in this group literally treated Quad so badly last season, right? Then
Mhm.
all of a sudden, you expect her to have a boyfriend, and the first people she wants to tell is you guys. You guys? She cannot trust you if you can kick her out of a trip after inviting her. Why would I trust you if I have a boyfriend and I'm not really sure that the boyfriend is here to stay? Like, let them be for real.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just kind of felt like the audacity of these women. You're
Mm-hmm.
not her friend. You know, you you shade her. You talk behind her back. To me, it's almost like the doctors are a little bit jealous of Quad. Because Quad don't have to answer to no man. Quad, look, didn't she build that house?
Yeah.
Okay. Quad took on taking care of her family after she got divorced, you know, and in order to do that, you got to have some kind of money. You got to have some kind of finances. You know what I'm saying? Quad has done
Mm-hmm.
a lot, since she's left Dr. G. It ain't like she's been idled and waiting on the next Dr. G. She's been doing things. She's been moving and shaking, and
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's a little bit of jealousy there. Quad is younger, and she has nobody, you know, that, like I said, that she has to check in with. She's
Mm-hmm.
doing her own thing. And the audacity of them, you guys aren't even like, you guys are associates. You're not friends. You made that clear to her, you know. And common sense is going to tell you, why would I say anything to these women? They don't even like me. Why would I give them all of my business, to be talking amongst themselves? That doesn't make sense. So
Exactly.
it didn't take me by surprise that they were offended. It didn't take me by surprise because that's their attitude. You know, they're the queens of the show and they feel like they should be informed. And I like those doctors, but eh, they're just too entitled.
Yeah. Very, very, very entitled. Being she has in the way she was like, if she wants an apology about Napa, I don't owe her an apology. Like she always want to claim that Quad is the problem, but forgets that she also is a problem.
Yes, she can be.
She she also is a problem, but she doesn't know that. Her husband knows it.
Oh yeah,
He knows it.
yeah. He don't want no smoke from Simone. Simone got a very loud voice.
Yeah, very loud.
And he doesn't want no smoke. Because she doesn't know how to reel it back in. Once she's out there, she's out there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't really know how to reel it back in. So he'd rather not get her started.
Exactly. Exactly. But we'll see in kind of next week's episode how that will play out,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because wow, um, they will be going on a trip. Do
Oh
you
yeah.
see that on a 1 to 10?
Yeah.
1 for peaceful, 10 for disastrous. How do you see this trip going?
Um, I think they should have resolved a lot of that before they went on the trip. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like there's going to be problems. You know, there's going to be problems because there's going to be certain cliques that are going to want to hang out with each other. You know, now they're broken up into different little cliques, and they're not together as a unit, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be a lot of problems, So I think they should have all had a sit down, and sorted things out. Go ahead and do your apologies. It doesn't make you a less of a person if you apologize for hurting someone's feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though what
Yeah.
you said may have been correct, but your delivery was wrong, or it was bad timing. You know what I'm saying? If
Mm-hmm.
somebody's feelings were hurt and you care about that person, who cares about saying, "Hey, I'm truly sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I care about you. I love you. I'm sorry. I hope you
Mm-hmm.
accept my apology." See how easy that was?
Not for these ladies.
But yeah, these are the women of no apologies.
Yeah. But as much as I know it's gonna be a chaotic and problematic one, I'm still gonna be waiting to watch next week's episode on Married to Messing. I can't wait to watch the episode.
Yeah, I can't
Is
wait.
there any is
The
there anything we didn't
glamping.
cover?
Huh?
Is there anything we didn't cover from from the season from the episode? Sorry, rather.
Um, no, that basically sounds like. Oh, how did you feel about seeing Apollo and Phaedra?
Oh, that looked fake. That's why I forgot it.
Wow, you said it looked fake.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why?
It,
What is it?
it looked like something that both of them decided to come up together to do. That's how it looked like.
Well, maybe that scene was created because she had to hand the kids off to him while she goes on this trip. But then at the same time, he kind of gave us a little tea that look, Toya's seen him in town and start asking him about his personal business. You know, so I think maybe that scene was all tied together so we can find out, what's been said in the paper, and so we can kind of follow that for as far as um geez, I just said his name, Apollo, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if we're going to be seeing more of Apollo in the
Or less
Housewives,
of him. Oh.
in the Married to Medicine. I don't know if we're going to be seeing more of Apollo or if he's just going to be making brief appearances.
Mm. Well, I guess we're gonna wait and see how this episodes in this season will play out. But I'm enjoying my to Mason. Of course, my to Mason is very enjoyable. Well, before we go, thank you guys very much for those that subscribe for subscribing, and those that are not subscribed, please click on the subscription button down below to subscribe. Like and comment your thoughts and opinion on what you said in this video on the comment section. I will see you guys same time next week. Have a nice day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.